Hello, everyone. Today is September 23rd, 2021. This is the Kubernetes Storage SIG meeting. Today, we will first go over the 1.23 planning spreadsheet. So there is a feature blog opt-in. So there's a spreadsheet here. If you want to write a blog for the feature you're working on, please pin Sad Michelle Yang or myself to get the feature added to the spreadsheet, but it's until November 2nd is the deadline. And the next release deadline is this feature blog freeze, and then it's November 2nd, and then November 16th is the code freeze. And then we have a few things that we can go over after we go through the spreadsheet. Okay, so the first one is delegate.
Well, hold on, I had a question about the feature blog, Xing.
Okay.
If I just did a feature blog for an alpha feature, does it make sense to do another one for beta or not so much?
I think you can, if you have anything new.
I'm just afraid there wouldn't be anything new. It'd just be the same thing.
you still have some time to decide. See, this is like November, so you know
okay.
You can decide like by end of October and see if there's anything.
Excuse me, sorry, if I just comment, I just seem to find those blog posts often become the sort of canonical point that people see for a feature. So even an update that it's beta would be helpful. Otherwise, I feel like oftentimes people assume something is still alpha because that's the only blog that they see.
Okay.
I don't know, just my two cents there.
Sure, yeah, it makes sense, yeah. It might be good to add those the populators other people have written. Those were
right.
Not
okay. So maybe I'll sign up to do an update and just recap the old information and add anything that's new.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay, now the first one is delegate FS group to CSI driver instead of kubelet. Chang, do you have an update on this?
Yeah, no updates here so far.
Okay. Next one is non-recursive volume ownership going GA. Matt, do you have an update?
Yeah, actually, right. No, we have not been able to make any progress on this yet. I mean, I guess we still have.
Yeah, we have time actually. It's until November.
Yeah, we have time. I think this is definitely an at-risk state though, just because we're getting sort of backed up behind some other things.
Okay.
As well.
But still early, so right now just no update then.
Yeah, but just in case anyone's concerned that it's at risk, please reach out to me and we can discuss and see if we can figure out options or
Okay, so are you looking for someone else to help, or what do you mean by reach out?
Oh, I mean, I think if there's anyone who would be super concerned or upset if we did not make GA in 1.23, we should talk.
Okay.
Because I think that's fairly likely at this point. And so if there's concerns, yeah, please reach out and perhaps things can be shifted on our end or
Okay. Thanks. And the next one is config FS group policy in CSI driver. This is going GA. Jonathan, do you have an update?
Yeah, no update on this one since the cat merged, but I think we'll be okay for this release.
Okay, thank you. And recovering from resize failure. Do we have comment here?
I don't think you can make it this time.
Okay. What do you mean not make it This is
No. I think you just couldn't make the meeting today.
Oh, okay. I'll just say no update. Yeah. Okay. The next one, issues related to assuming volumes are mount points. Mukahid or Xing, is Xing on the call? Okay, so no update. And next one is PVC inline ephemeral volume. Is Patrick on the call? I think he's working on some PRs. So. And next one is volume group. This one's with studio and design. There are some comments on the CAP. I just addressed them before the meeting. So yes. So basically right now it's just continuing to address comments. And next one is CISA driver auto remove iSCSI driver. So Humble said he couldn't make meeting, but he actually provided an update. So PRs up for review. Okay, making progress on the iSCSI driver, trying to get the release out at the 1.23 conference. He also mentioned there was someone else in the community who is interested in helping out. So looks like this is on track. And next one is the CISA driver to remove Samba CIF CISA driver to GA. Do we have Andy or Julie here? Michelle or Matt, do you know anything about this?
I don't actually know the process of GA. I mean, I know there are several customers we're tightly engaged with. So it's definitely getting used, but I don't know the GA status.
Okay, I'll just see no update. Okay, send out the application notice for flex volume. So I pinned Michelle and Yang, so they are fine with the message that I put together. So I think we're ready to send it out. I think Michelle Yang, both are not on the call. Sad. So should we just send it out to the SIG storage mailing list, right? Is anything? Do we need to send it out to a broader list?
This is the deprecation notice for
the flex volume.
For flex volume. Yeah, I think SIG storage is sufficient. Yep.
Okay. And then do we also need to add this to the release node of 1.23?
I think that would be a good idea as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Oh, actually, Yang's here. Right.
I'm here. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you. To SIG storage list. Notes. All right. Next one is the namespace transfer. I think Mustafa is still not back yet, so there's no update. And next one is Volume House, additional metrics. So I pinned Ran. He said he's going to work on this. So I'll ping him again, see if he has started. And then the next item is the boarding house reaction. Nick actually has some draft, but he was saying that he got some other use cases from some other people. He's going to sort it out. So this is in progress. Okay, one popular data source. Then
yeah, there's no updates on the development of this. We're still on track for beta.
Okay. Are we still trying to cut that release? I thought there's a change log thing.
Yes, that
Okay.
I just haven't been doing the last week, but I will get back to that.
All right, thank you. Next one is Cozy. Okay, so Ben, you want to give an update on this?
I honestly don't know. I
Okay,
wish
so,
Sid would come to
last-
these meetings and
Yeah,
give us his
week.
opinion.
I think last week, basically. Oh, I think we talked about this this new thing. What is that called again? This is for the transfer, right? So the transfer of the bucket, sharing of the
No,
bucket, and
it's
also
it's
what's the
for
name?
it's for like
Reference?
cross namespace
Right,
delegation.
right.
There's some features in other like outside of the storage area where people are looking at ways of allowing people to access objects outside their namespace through the use of these delegation objects. And it's a approach that may be appropriate for Cozy, or it may even be appropriate for SIG storage, like for sharing snapshots. We'll have to figure that out, but it doesn't fundamentally address the problems we're struggling with on the Cozy side, which are how do you deal with brownfield situations? How do you deal with cross cluster sharing situations? So I don't know. I'm a lot of work is going on, but I don't know if we see an endpoint to when we can say we're done.
Yeah, but at least for this one, we can look at this proposal. At least I think it's Gateway API side. They are already using this, right? So yeah, so
there are certainly other examples in Kubernetes of a pattern, of a new pattern that might be very useful.
Okay.
It just doesn't address all of the outstanding issues, and that's where my frustration comes from. Is that it addresses just enough to seem like a good idea, but not enough that it gets us out of jail.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's I think they are discussing that in SIG auth. Is that SIG auth? I think it's SIG auth. Yeah. Okay. So so we'll see how that one is going. I think another thing I believe is also he flattened the bucket access request, right? I think there was some changes to the API design.
Yeah, that we agreed to a while back.
Okay. Next one is change block tracking. So yesterday in the data protection group meeting, we had a discussion about this. There is a draft cap. So there are some concerns about this. I think there are some questions on whether if we have this designed, are there vendors who are interested in implementing this? Basically, this is trying to come up with a common API, right? That's like, we'll have those definitions CSI and try to use this. Are there anyone interested? So I actually add a topic in the agenda so I can go there at the end. Just if anyone interested, maybe you can add your company's name there. And next one is runtime assisted mounting. This is deep. Do you have any update?
So I'm still working on the KEP. There are a couple of things that came up while I was addressing last set of comments. So working through those, hopefully we'll be in a shape to ask for more reviews next week.
Okay, thank you. Next one is CS proxy for Windows transition to privileged containers. So this is we're going to do a design.
This is
Oh.
ongoing. Pretty much we are working on the on what the new API would look like to enable the transition from CSI proxy binary to the privilege support in Windows.
Okay.
It's working. Yeah.
But the CS driver does not have to like implement the new interface again, does it? Is this,
No, it's just like keeping the set of changes to minimal.
Okay.
So basically, Mauricio is working out like how that transition would look like with GCPD and updates.
Okay. Thank you. Next one, CS migration. Officially deprecate cloud provider plugins. Is it Java here? Can anyone else give an update on this? Matt, Michelle, looks like it's not on the call. I will just leave it here then.
Hang on a sec. So sorry, this is for the
This is migration, CSM migration.
for the cloud provider plugins. Yeah, I don't know what the state of that one is.
Oh, I'll just say no update. And the next one is again, it's a core. This is still CSM migration core, so it's probably this is also no update. It's probably the same as before.
Yes, for that there hasn't been much movement.
And next one is CSM migration vSphere. So this one I think is the same as last time. It's basically a work in progress for Windows support in 2.4. And if I said, I still don't know. So previous. Copy this one. And next one is a CSM migration Azure disk and Azure file. So, okay, we probably don't have any. Do we have anyone who knows this? And then the next one is GCE CSM migration. Matt, you are working on this?
Yeah, this is still on track to be on by default and still beta in 1.2023.
Okay.
We're working on sorting out the tests and moving them over to cloud provider GCP.
Okay, thank you. And next one is CSM migration AWS. If anyone knows, Matt probably is not here. Saad, have you heard anything about this? This AWS side, AWS CSM migration.
I don't have any updates on this.
Okay. And the next one is CSM migration Ceph RBD. I think we're only doing Ceph RBD. I don't know if, okay, I'll leave the Ceph FS here, but because when the cap is only for RBD, I'll just add a node. And so Humble gave an update. He said, looks good. Tested create, delete, mount, unmount. Looks like functionalities are working. So yeah, so looks good. And then he will be working on the migration part. Okay, so this is looking good. And the next one is CSM migration Portworx. Do we have Tira here?
Yeah, so the PR is out, and I'm in the middle of running end-to-end tests.
Okay.
So I need to complete the end-to-end tests, and it will be ready to merge or review.
Okay, great. Thank you. And next one is always owner reclaim policy. So Deepak is looking at this. So work in progress. Next one is control volume mode conversion between source and target PVC. So Ronak is back from vacation and he is looking at it again. So there are some comments last time from Xiangqian. So he's going to address that and add more details to the document. And then we can pin the security team to take a look. Next one is secret protection. Is Masaki here?
Yep, we changed the target to design for this release. Yeah, and as a result of the discussion in the last SIG thread meeting, we will wait for the generic in-use protection feature and see the feedback from user.
Okay. Thank you. And how's the in-use one?
Yeah, it also changed the target to design.
Right. Okay. All right. Thank you. Next one is this is the feature we co-owned with SIG auth. User ID ownership in config maps and secrets. Preserve default file mode bit set in atomic writer volumes. Does anyone know the status of this? Okay. Update. And the next one, non-graceful no shutdown. So not much update from my side, but I think Xing and Heman will sync up because they are actually look at if we need to make some enhancement on the graceful no shutdown side, so we can get some update from them maybe next time. Next one is enable user namespace in Kubernetes, so UIDs get shifted. This is also Heman is reviewing. Does anyone know any status on this? Otherwise, I would just say no update. Heman is not here. Next one is PVC created by stateful set will not be auto removed. Matt, do you have an update?
Yes, this is hopefully on track. I'm talking with my implementation reviewer to make sure there's consensus on that, and it should be. It says, oh yeah, so this is on track to be alpha.
Okay. Okay. Should we change this reviewer? This is still KK. He's probably not working on this anymore, right? Who is reviewing this?
So it's someone from SIG Apps, Kenneth Owens. So Owens, K-O-W-E-N-S.
Okay, Owen. Ken, is that right? Ken Owen?
Ken, yeah.
Ken Owen.
Yeah, I think it's just, yeah, Ken Owens. Yeah, so I mean, again, it's a little complicated because this is sort of cross SIG Apps, SIG storage, but yeah.
Okay. All right, thank you. And next one is volume extension for stateful set. So Shalini submitted a cap, waiting for Heman to review this. I'll ping him again. And next one is this container notifier for application snapshot that we co-own with SIG node. So actually no update. So basically it's still designed. The cap didn't get merged. There are still some concerns that we need to sort out from the API review side, and also from the signal side, there are still some concerns. Okay, that looks like the last one. So we'll go back to this agenda. Okay, so we have an item here. This issue. Is that Manu who added this issue?
Hi.
Hi.
I added this issue, and first of all, thank you. Jana has been helping me out a lot. I'll give a bit of context on the issue. Basically, what we are seeing, and it has been there since 1.17 for some of the customers who are operating like really big customers, that they mount EFS volumes as part of a cron job, and then after a while they have to recycle their nodes, and usually they get like a lot of unable to attach or mount errors. what I saw was like there were some dangling mount points, and if you scroll at the very end, I think that's the most important part.
Okay.
Like I added more logs, and I saw that the reconciler was already getting like an operation with that name is already executing. I was trying to figure out like if there are mitigations that we can take inside our CSI driver for one. The second question, I don't know the code base as well, but that's why I wanted to understand if like can we have some sort of timeout for unmounts as well when the unmount volume functions is being called. And the third one was like was a code path here. Sorry, all of this has been like spot.
Is there another? Are you showing another link?
Yeah, I shared it in the
Okay.
chat. Like this part, like returns an error if the first like subdirectory path does not match up. I was wondering, like, should we like if the path does not exist, because there's a os.remove full container directory path immediately afterwards. If the subpath does not exist, should we move ahead with the cleanup? These were the three things that I was thinking, but overall, like I'm wanted to like get some ideas on like how can we mitigate or make it better from EFS side, or if it could be, yeah. I need to get to John.
Okay, Yang is here. Yang.
I'm here.
Oh, yeah, so you want to, maybe you can answer this.
I am looking at this issue, but I can't reproduce it. Like it seems that you have really a lot of volumes mounted to a single node, like thousands, maybe tens of thousands. And under that load, my container runtimes melt. So I hit different issues than you. And like at this scale, like thousands, tens of thousands of volumes, you may be the first who are trying something like that. And I'm not sure anybody did any testing at that scale.
Is it specific for EFS, or is this like more general problem?
I don't know.
Okay.
I am not convinced it's Kubernetes problem, because it could be that it's EFS issue. Like that, there are several issues mentioned in this ticket, and some of them are like that our reading from proc mount is kind of wrong, but I don't know any better solution, so I'm sorry, but that's the best we can do with proc mounts. And if you can't get a consistent content of proc mounts, then these things tend to heal themselves like in the next attempt. We try with exponential backoff, and eventually, and usually very quickly, this should heal. What I'm worried more is EFS itself, but because the CSI driver is responsible for unmounts. So if you are asking about unmount timeout, then we have unmount timeout on the kubelet side, but we call node unpublish with some timeout, and if we don't get a response, then we try again later. But that doesn't say anything about the CSI driver side. It gets node unpublish call, and it doesn't know anything about the timeout on the kubet side, so it can try to unmount the volume, like issue the unmount call. And if that gets stuck somewhere on the cloud side, then it will get another unpublish soon. And that could get stuck too. And you will get a lot of unmount calls piled up in the CSI driver to some point that it's too much for kernel, for, I don't know, for EFS or for something.
Okay.
So what I would recommend you is to check what happens on the CSI driver side. Like if it gets node unpublished, does it reply quickly, or does it get hang somewhere, and where?
Yeah, I'll verify that again. I remember like the people who write like EFS driver code, they said that they're not getting like unpublished calls, and that's why I linked to that subpath Linux code. Because like the third tab, the last tab, this sorry. And also please
Sorry,
let
which
me
tab?
know.
There's an
It's on Chrome, the last tab on for Kubernetes.
This one?
This one, yeah. I was just, and please stop me. Like I know others' time is also important, so yeah, we can also talk like in a separate meeting if required. But essentially, like I was wondering, like the call flow is like clean subpath and then unmount volume. If one of the subpath is cleaned up, but the container directory is always present, then would it lead to some sort of like would it never reach unpublished? Let's say you have 10 subpaths. In the first call, 2 of them will get removed. Would it also remove the next 8 in the next call? I wasn't sure about that.
Well, this code is quite old. Let me check. What does it do? So yeah, it needs to unmount all the bind mounts that we do for subpaths. And after that, you get node unpublish. That's correct. So if one of these unmount cleanups fails, then we need to try again, because like we can't call node unpublish if we know that something on the node still uses the volume. So I'm afraid like there is not much space to optimize here, because we really need to unmount to clean the subpaths before we proceed with calling node unpublish and unstage and whatever. Does it answer your question?
It's sort of like yeah, I'll have to do a bit more digging on this part. I'll try and get more information and probably talk to you on ticket or channel.
Be nice if I could reproduce it, but I can't. I could try single node cluster. What container runtime do you use?
Docker.
Docker. And what version?
Is
it something new?
No, it should be 1.19 or something.
1.19. Okay, I may try, but in this configuration, I can do just single node cluster, which will run the CSI driver and all the pods and everything on single node. And
I'm running it on single node right now, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
I may try, but I'm not sure I will have time tomorrow. And after that, I'm on PTO. I'm on holiday. 1.19. Docker 1.19, some Kubernetes I can install. What I remember, EFS, like it was sometimes pretty slow unmounting volumes, and in the container I could see unmount processes piling up slowly. But like it took, I don't know, a few minutes to recover. It wasn't hours, but I didn't have thousands and tens of thousands of volumes mounted to the same node.
Yeah.
Can you check? Can you SSH into the container, in the driver container, and see what processes are there?
Yeah, I'll add that as an action item.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Manu, you can maybe try to check and see if why. To see what is going on in the container.
Yeah, I'll do that as well.
And then maybe you can, you can sync up with Yang again, either on Slack or on the issue, on that issue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Jan. This was, I wouldn't have been able to like navigate through the code. So thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Okay. Thank you both. Okay, so then we have, so I just want to mention this driver, NVMF driver, I think, I actually forgot his name, is it Joe? I think he was here a couple of, I think it's a couple of weeks ago. He mentioned that he wanted to donate this driver, CSA driver. So he submitted this issue here. Yeah, so we are going through the review process and trying to get this added. So if so, he will be maintaining this driver after this is donated. If anyone else is interested in helping out, you can either reach out to one of the 640 leads, or you can reach out to him. And this one, I actually mentioned this one last time. So the CPT, I added a link in, this is the data protection working group agenda. So we asked who are interested to have this CPT as a common API. So I listed the people who sign up to say they are interested in this. So if you are interested, yeah, please feel free to add your company's name here. Just want to see who are interested in use this. Let's say if we got this one designed. Okay. Yeah, we still have things to still a lot of unresolved issues for that CAP. But just want to see if if there is interest. And then so KubeCon is coming up, so I'll be there. I know Sid says he's also attending, and there will be a contributor summit. We'll have a greet and meet. That's actually on Wednesday. It's actually not on Monday. So that's when the regular conference starts on Wednesday. I think it's probably before the breakout sessions. I don't have the details yet, but so I'll be there. Right, and that's all we have here. Are there anything else you guys want to discuss today? If not, that's it for today. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Xing. Take care.